Get hyped. Venom is coming. Hey everybody, it's Anthony here with The Lookout, and welcome to another video. We are going to be going over some of my personal favorite leaders from Crossworlds that just released this past Friday, March 9th. And I got 5 leaders here that I personally like from each color and enjoy, and everybody can have their own opinion. Of course, this is just mine. I like the effects they do and possible card combinations that can go with it. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I do have one runner-up that I think is really good. And we'll go ahead and start with that one. That is Majin Buu, the leader Majin Buu, and he states that it's an auto. When this card attacks a leader, place the top card of your deck under this card. Then, if there are 2 or more cards under this card, draw a card. And not only does it give you the draw effect after you get 2 cards underneath him, the cards that are going underneath him really sets up for when he awakens, which is really good. His awaken is when your life total is at 4 or less, you may choose up to 2 of your energy and switch into active mode and flip this card over. So when this card awakens, he turns into Majin Buu completely revived. And the artwork is really great. It's a foil, and I'm glad that we finally have somewhat of a Kid Buu type leader. I was really looking forward to that. I know it when he awakens he's Kid Buu, but I am still stoked for that. So anyway, his auto is once per turn when this card attacks, place the top card of your deck under this card, then draw 1 card. His activate main, which is the reason why you're tucking cards underneath him, choose 5 cards under this card and place them in the drop area. Switch this card to active mode. It gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. And of course he has 15,000 power to begin with once he awakens. So it's really, it can be really powerful if you've already just kept swinging, kind of being aggressive, and you can tuck those cards away underneath him. So look out for Kid Buu. I think we might be seeing, Majin Buu. We might be seeing some decks that are running Majin Buu leaders. So that is my honorable mention before the video actually starts. So let's get to my first leader card from the color I pick, and the first one I picked is Pan from Red. And I think it was a pretty obvious choice when it comes to Red. And with this leader, it's quite a bit of overwhelming power really fast. And I have built my own mono blue Pan deck, and it's very fast and powerful. Like I said, I don't know how else to really put it. So what she does is she has an auto. Once per turn, when you play a battle card, choose that card, and it gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Then, if its power is 20,000 or more, draw a card. Now, with Pan Mono Red, it's not that difficult to get a 10,000 battle card up to 20,000 using this ability and possibly something else. So you'd want to pump it, one more with 5,000, and then activate this ability. Add the other 5,000, and then be able to draw your card. So it's not very difficult to do that. There's a lot of red cards that allow you to do that. One is the other Pan card that it's a 3-drop that when it enters, all your red leader and your red battle cards gain 5,000 and double strike. So there's that. So it's just very powerful. Awaken is when your life total is 4 or less, you may choose up to 2 of your energy, switch into active mode, and flip this card over. And we're going to see that trend, I think, in this set. Well, obviously that we don't draw when we awaken, unlike the previous sets seem to untap, switch energy to active mode. I got magic on the brain apparently. So when she awakens, she comes to Pan Ready to Fight, which has an auto once per turn. When you play a battle card, choose that card and it gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Then, if its power is 20,000 or more, draw a card. So it's the same ability from the previous. It's really good that you still have that same ability, because it's still going to be quite easy to go ahead and pump up and get your draw. The second part of the attack is auto again. When this card attacks, draw a card. So you have a possibility of drawing 2 cards off here. So Pan is my favorite from Red. So next we're going to go into Green, and I believe in the set with Crossworlds we only got a few per color, so there weren't too many options to pick as to which ones were my favorites. So Android 13 comes as my green favorite leader. He has a permanent that says if Android 14 and Android 15 are in your drop area, you can activate this card's Awaken when your life total is 6 or less. It's pretty obvious that we've known in the meta in the past that any leader that can awaken before 4 life is great, amazing, very powerful, very, very powerful. His Awaken is when your life is at 4 or less, you may draw 2 cards and flip this card over. So this is one that has the draw 2 ability, unlike Pan, who lets you turn 2 energy into your active mode. So when he awakens, you have Thirst for Destruction, Android 13. He has an auto when your opponent's Son Goku or battle card with an energy cost of 6 or less is placed in the drop area from any area by one of your skills. This card gains critical. And of course, critical means that if it deals damage to the life, they do not get to draw that card. It goes straight to the drop area. So critical is very powerful. Really denies the hand, and really denies any type of battle effects, combos, or anything. His second auto is when this card attacks, draw a card. Pretty basic on that second part, but I think that this can become a powerful leader with the new androids that came out, along with the other androids, and kind of combos that the possible combos that this has, I think, and make a point in the meta. So we're gonna go into yellow. And in this one, I chose Son Goku. This Son Goku has a main once per turn. Look at the top 10 cards from the top of your deck. Choose up to 1 Bulma among them and add it to your hand. Then shuffle your deck. The most obvious Bulma to get is the new, I like to call it the Majin Buu draw Bulma for yellow, which is great to see that yellow has a 1 draw, which is really good. So his Awaken is when your life total is 4 or less, you may choose up to 2 of your energy and switch into active mode and flip this card over. When he flips over, he becomes uncontrollable Great Ape Son Goku. He has an activate main ability, which is once per turn. Choose one of your battle cards and switch it to rest mode. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and switch it to rest mode. Then choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode. That card cannot switch to active mode during your opponent's next charge phase. And he also has the other auto, when this card attacks, draw a card. So being able to, in Magic terms, tap, but turn battle cards into rest mode is very powerful, because then you can attack them. A card that comes to mind with this is the promo in the tournament pack is Vegeta Powerful as Ever, in which states that if you KO a battle card, you deal 1 damage to their life. If I'm remembering the card correct, I'm pretty sure that's what it says. So, combination with that card, I can see Son Goku doing some heavy damage there pretty quick. So we jump right into blue, and in blue, Son Goku is actually, I think, is really good. It really limits your gameplay and your play style, and I think it's a very advanced style of play if you choose a Son Goku as your leader for the meta. For the fact that he has a permanent that says you can only place up to 6 energy. That's it. You just get up to 6. He has an activate main phase. Place 1 card from your hand in the drop area. If you have no energy, choose 2 cards in your life and add them to your energy. So once you turn 1, you activate that main. You place 1 card from your hand into the drop area. And since you don't have any energy because you skip your charge phase, of course, you choose 2 cards in your life and add them to your energy. Not only are you getting 2 energy on turn 1, you're also taking 2 damage to awaken faster. So that's a heavy turn 1 play. You can activate that, charge your 2 energy from your life, and objection, and you got 3 energy. And then you could play the new energy you just put down and draw with a Majin Buu. I mean, the possibilities are ridiculous with this card. And I would not be surprised to see quite a bit of Son Goku decks out there. And I, for one, am going to try and brew one. And if I think it's good enough, I'll share it with you guys, and maybe you guys would like to test it out. His Awaken is when your life is 4 or less, you may draw 2 cards and flip this card over. When he awakens, he is Heightened Evolution Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. He still carries over the permanent. You can only place up to 6 energy. He does gain an extra auto. When this card attacks, draw a card. It's pretty basic. The extra auto is, at the end of your turn, choose up to 3 of your energy and switch them to active mode. that is very powerful and sets you up for counters, sets you up for combos, and sets you up for Senzu beans. So being able to untap 3 energy at the end of your turn is pretty powerful, and it doesn't, once you flip, it's worth having just the 6 energy, because you'll probably most likely have at least 3, of course, possibly even 4, maybe even 5 if you want to just save up your cards. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a Blue Sun Goku coming into the meta. For my last card, for the color, of course, is black. The leader I chose was Mira. And when this card awakens, it's auto. When this card awakens, place the top 2 cards of your deck in your drop area. Then if there is a green or yellow card in your battle area or drop area, draw a card. So I can see something like this with the new green yellow Saiyan deck that has been talked about. And I know that that has been using a different leader, but I don't see how you couldn't use Mira for that and just constantly get this bonus, which would be really good. It also has Awaken. When your life is at 4 or less, you may choose up to 1 card in your warp area added to your hand, then flip this card over. As you flip over, he becomes Dark Warrior Mira. He's got a permanent. If your warp has 5 cards or more in it, this card gains critical. That's a permanent. I don't see a problem getting 5 in there fast. So once he flips, he's going to have critical, almost guaranteed. You should have 5 in there by the time he flips. His activate main is once per turn. Place up to 2 cards from the top of your deck into your drop area. So you still have that ability to keep getting things in your drop area. That way you can feed your overrun, because you want to be able to do that. He has an auto. When this card attacks, draw a card as normal. So I think I want to make something with Mira as well. I think it'd be really good deck. So those are my top 5 leaders, and one honorable mention with the Majin Buu from the colors, each of the colors. And again, everybody can have their own opinion and everything, and that's great. I just wanted to get this out there and let everybody know what other leaders are out there to play. And happy brewing. Thanks for coming to the Lookout, and we'll talk to you guys later. Peace.